Today we are going to speak about integration by parts. Integration by parts is applicable only we have two functions. So if we want to integrate the two functions, so we have to choose either one of them as a first function. So how to choose the first function? We have ILATE rule. I will explain later on. And then what is integration by parts? Its formula I will explain over here. Now let's say u is function of x and v is g of x. Say if u is f of x and v is g of x, then integral of u v dx is given by u into integral v dx minus, you have to integrate this term and differentiate of u. It means integral d by dx of u and integral v dx. Integral v dx. Let me repeat again. Now, if you want to integrate two functions, say for example fx and gx, now integral of v into u or u into v dx is equals to, say let's say I'm choosing u as a first function, v is a second function, then this is first function and this is second function. So how to choose the first function and second function? We have ILATE rule. So I will explain later on how to choose first function and second function. But for time being, I am choosing u as a first function, v is a second function. Now in this integral, now u keeping as it is, first function keeping as it is, integrating the second function minus again integral d by dx of u integral v dx. Now how to choose the first function is very important in this era. Now we have ILATE, ILATE rule. So I stands for inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions are the functions which we have sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x. These are the all inverse trigonometric functions. Now L stands for logarithmic functions. Again, L stands for what? Logarithmic functions. The examples of logarithmic functions are log x, log ax, etc. These are the all logarithmic functions. Now, again, next is algebraic function. Algebraic functions. The algebraic functions are functions, for example, a raised to x, for example, a raised to x, b raised to x. These are all algebraic functions. Or for example, x plus 1. These are all algebraic functions. Next is trigonometric function. Trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions are functions like, for example, we have sin x, cos x, tan x, cosec x. All these are trigonometric functions. But be careful about what is difference between trigonometric functions and inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions are, as I told you, sin inverse x, cos inverse x. These are all inverse trigonometric functions. But sin x, cos x, cot x, all these are trigonometric functions. Last is exponential function. Exponential functions. Exponential functions are functions of the type e raised to x, e raised to ax. These are all exponential functions. Now if we have two functions, either one of them, it may be I, it may be L, it may be A, it may be T, or it may be E. So it's very important to how to choose the first function. For example, I have x into sin inverse x. Sin inverse x So if I asked you to integrate this, so how to choose the first function? Now, what is this? X is what? X is what? Over here, algebraic function. X is what? Algebraic. Sine inverse x is what? Inverse function, inverse trigonometric functions. Over here, this is what? Inverse function. So now we'll go in this way. So the first preference will go in this way. If let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So preference will be in this. So over here I have algebraic and inverse trigonometric functions. So inverse trigonometric functions will come first. Therefore this will be the first function and this will be the second functions. So if I want to integrate this, it will be integral of sine inverse x and x dx. After that, we have to apply this formula. Once the first function is assigned or second function is assigned, you can integrate by applying this formula. Let's take one example and then see how it works. Let's say integral of x into, say, sine of x dx. Here x is what? X is over here algebraic and sine x is trigonometric. So which one is first? Algebraic is first. Algebraic is first. So this is first function and this will be the second function. So we don't have to change the functions once again. So it's already in the order. Now this is first function, so I will assign u over here and sin x is a v. X is u, sin x is a v. Okay. Now once it's assigned, so let I be this. Now let's apply this formula. Is equals to first function is what? X integral of sin x dx minus integral d by dx of x is 1 and then integral of v is what? Integral of sin x dx, again dx. So it's like differentiation and integration are anti-reverse. So we can say, we know that d by dx of sin x is cos x, d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. Now if you integrate sin x, you will get minus cos x. Therefore x into integration of sin x is minus cos x minus integration of sin x is minus cos x minus plus cos x dx is equals to minus x cos x plus integration of cos x is what? Integration of cos x you will get sin x and we will get constant of integration as a c. This is one example for integration by parts.